We've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. It is Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. It's one-on-one tonight, but we'll rename it next week. AJ Ferrari will join us. He is currently finishing up exam. First things first. Keep the first things first.
Yes, student athletes have been responsible. Shout out Jillian Martin also coming back from some school. Shout out to those guys for still coming down here. I say it all the time, and that the amount of the thing that bothers me the most is when people don't give these athletes credit and they say they got all these resources. It's so easy. Just look at their calendar. Look at their schedule. It's nonstop. Like, yeah, they have resources, but it's truly nonstop. So for those guys to still make time for us after taking exams and classes, well appreciated. And also, I know our listeners appreciate it as well.
Well, I mean, the people who would say that have no idea what they're talking about.
Yes.
Like, it's just, they just don't. And these young people make time. They find a way. Again, if you're a Division I athlete, you're pretty disciplined.
Yeah, you wouldn't be there.
Right.
Unless you know that one in, 10,000, 1 in a million generational talent. But even then, it's just those guys that are on a different level.
The people who would criticize the Division I athlete, I worry. I worry. What are you doing? What are you doing? But people are people. Do what you do. Along the way, we will continue to allow them to share themselves and tell their stories. And it was another great day having Anthony Lionheart-Smith come in and share his story, the background information, the details of it all. And then Peter Cobalt yesterday, Hermando Magro will come in tomorrow. Great signing day for a lot of Husker athletics. Some great stories. Shout out to Amy Williams and Fred Hoiberg for having an impressive signing day. And it's a thing that we could talk about until AJ gets here. That Husker Wrestling had a great day recruiting. Some homegrown talent and then some national level talent as well. It's great to have this thing. It just the simplicity and the fact that if you're willing, some of the conversation was, well, colleges are no longer going to recruit high school. No, not true. There will be some programs who don't feel the need or desire to bring in high school seniors and turn them into college freshmen, true college freshmen, and get them in the program and get them prepared to run up and play.
Yeah, there's very few of those programs, though. I mean, Colorado was that example, but
I don't know that Colorado's going to live by that.
Well, we'll see what they do. But again, that's one school that you can actually point to that did it differently, but to think it's not as widespread as people I think talked about it.
Yeah, I don't even understand the idea that people would say such a thing. Right? Because the coaches that tell you I don't want high school seniors are actually going to recruit high school seniors. It takes you off the path, takes you off the radar.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point behind it. But there are coaches where there are infinite spots and limited resources where you say, I can't miss. And if I bring somebody in, I need to win next year. And there's no real reason to commit to 3 years and 4 years down the road. You have to win now to keep your job. Well, those coaches are going to make a decision. You can make a splash one way or the other. You can make the splash by bringing in a freshman that is going to help you become the franchise, the program that you want to be. Or you can go and get the transfer portal that could hit or miss. But it means you're going to constantly start over. And it depends on the coaching type. We talked often about the coaching personality matches the program. and coaches want their programs to look like, play like, resemble them. And so that's what happens depending on the coach. And Amy was not a star at Nebraska. So she certainly understands gritty players, development type players, players who will come in and do all the hard work and commit to it. But she also understands that if a talented transfer portal player becomes available who fits the Nebraska profile, then do that. Mark Manning, Husker Wrestling, same things apply. These are fully engaged prospects. And then the program has shown that it can develop. But then when a transformative athlete shows up who can help you pursue the things that you want to do, and he fits the program, then you're talking AJ Ferrari, and you go, okay, it makes sense that somebody who from outside looking in says, yes, that speaks to me. That's the standard I want to work from. That's what I want to be. Lance Harvell told the story last Friday when he came in, and he'll be back in Fridays 11 o'clock. So, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the list.
Yeah, but he came and he said a thing that often, for them, getting in the living rooms of whether it be high school players or transfer portal people, there are a couple of things in place that in their house he wants to ask the difficult question. Because he wants them uncomfortable. He wants to see whether, you know what, if you think this is going to be easy, you're picking the wrong school, the wrong program, and we're picking the wrong player. If you want it easy, we're picking the wrong player.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are willing to dig in, and he says he puts on his board in the office for when recruits come in that they can see the depth chart, and you see the recruiting chart, and you look at it and you go, dang. That's a lot of people.
Am I willing to work?
Am I willing to work? And to ask that question.
Is that real? He's got that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. He went through it. He said, I mean, this is the thing, that recruiting for them is identifying what their culture is and who fits it and who will improve it. You don't want to bring in somebody who's going to lower the standard.
Mm-hmm. And also, I like just being straight up front with it, because some coaches will, they won't go that
Tell him
far.
anything. Well, no, his thing is
just follow the stars.
They do not want to promise the stars. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
He says we've got 2 pictures of the last 2 Big Ten championship dog piles, right? And are you willing? That's how right we are about what we ask of people and who we bring in. That's the proof that what we're asking for is the right thing. And if you can see yourself in that picture and you're willing to do the work required to do that, then we can have this next level discussion. If either of those things, that dog pile picture or the depth chart, scare you and tell you, my goodness, that might be a little difficult, well, then that's probably not you. You're probably in the wrong place. And I'll ask AJ that when he comes in, that when he was in the building last year in Philadelphia. So as maybe he didn't pay attention. Maybe he was so locked in, and we know anything about AJ Ferrari, he's pretty locked in.
Yeah.
That maybe he didn't notice what was going on. But at some point he noticed Mark Manning and the Huskers and said, yeah, that's for me. I would fit that. I belong there. And then to come in and put in the work. Well, gee whiz. He made a sacrifice because he could have done the easy thing. Easy thing 1A was stay at 197.
Hey, he's in the heavyweights there.
He could have done the easy thing, which is move up to 215. But Nebraska had a 215. So he went to heavyweight. Now, they had a heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Harley was at heavyweight. But you had All-Americans at the other weights and not at heavyweight. So if he's willing to sacrifice and put in the work and change his body and change his core strength and change all of those things, and then to put himself in a room where he's going to face Cade Ziola and he's got to he's got to bump shoulders with Tervel Delagnev, a Hall of Famer, wrestling Hall of Famer.
And they're also just, those Big Ten heavyweights are another beast altogether.
Well, but as has been said, there's no Big Ten champion that's tougher than Tervel Delagnev. So if the baddest dude you're going to face is at home, you can go out in the streets with your chest out, right? And AJ's been at home. Like, he's got dudes at home. Jason Witter, I like that dude. He's a good dude. That if you're facing champions at home and you come from champions, well, hard work is not going to defeat you.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me that. Tell me that Fred Hoiberg goes out and gets a 6'8" and a 6'6" and a 6'8" 4-star and get them to commit. You get top 100 players. Now, that's a statement, right? That Amy Williams goes and gets 3 of those. That Danny Busby-Kelly, Jalen Reyes, they go out and get 3 of the top 20.
Real quickly, is Nebraska becoming the women's sports pinnacle or building toward it? It's like volleyball's certainly done it, but it's
well. Okay, so measure this. That especially in the big sports, and even the not big sports, right? So if you start at volleyball, and it's one of one. It's not the reigning defending national champion, but it is in the conversation.
And then softball's getting there, but obviously you got to look at the South.
No, but softball, you have the best player in the country.
You do, absolutely.
You're the best player in the country, and you brought some people with you.
Well, I forgot last year the attendance records.
Right, you brought some people with you. They're a legitimate opportunity to go to the college softball World Series.
Yeah, they lost in the pitcher's battle last year.
Not just the tournament, but to go and win and be in the Final Four. Certainly top 8. Bowling, top 4.
Yeah,
right.
The number 2 in the country right now.
You wouldn't pause by thinking that, could you see Jordy Ball standing on the pedestal, leading Nebraska to a softball championship?
100%.
Could you imagine Brett Prince leading Nebraska? Listen, they had the reigning defending national champion UCLA Bruins on the ropes and with the ball in possession. And were shorthanded and almost got it done. So you're not surprised if they stare down UCLA, because they got a year smarter, got a year more mature, and then you went and got 2 long players who can help you cross the bridge when it comes to USC and UCLA. And oh, by the way, the best player in the country is not going to play this year. Juju Watkins is not going to play. So there's an open door. So if you said that, then in those 4 sports, it's possible. And then tennis, golf, right around the corner, swimming and diving, like gymnastics, that you had an Olympian, a Canadian Olympian, but an Olympian in the women's program, and you set the tone for a new standard in gymnastics. So you wouldn't be surprised by any of those sports.
When I look at the women's sports, you look at all those rosters, and there is an absolute dog on those teams. Jordy Ball, Jillian Martin, who's getting ready for Hong Kong. Again, we're talking about these Olympic tier athletes on these women's programs. There is a pull here in Nebraska, and I feel like we're starting to see it more and more really pan out, of these programs getting some really elite talent.
Well, signing day was, I don't know. I can only speak for the last 5 years, but there hadn't been a signing day like this.
Not in the basketball world, especially.
Well, not in any of the worlds. Like softball, what are we talking about?
No, softball with obviously the Jordy Ball effect, and then the players around, not just her, but they're putting together a squad there as well.
I mean, you have defensive player of the year candidates. You have Gatorade player of the year candidates. They did some work. And so you have to say, well done to all the programs. I mean, football, you knew what it was, and what Trey is putting in the stratosphere is that he's so tied in and all in that he's able to fully celebrate TJ Lateef, right? And just go, okay, well, let's go, right? Because it shows that there's a path to greatness, there's a path to success, that young players can come in and have impact. And he knows, hey, he trusts his talent, right? So, okay, tell me more. You want to tell me that Dayton Rail is coming? Okay, cool. Let's get to work. Let's battle it. And you can go out in the transfer portal and get guys. Manning went and got two of the best wrestlers in the state of Nebraska. I mean, one's undefeated, I believe. So, okay, you add to the deck, and then you still have the ability to go and get, and quite frankly, in the transfer portal, and people who commit to other places until it's time to go. So it's never really done. It's never really done. And ultimately, if you can ever get people into Lincoln, Nebraska, and get them into those new facilities and get them in front of the current Huskers, if you can get them in front of the current Huskers, who they know, all these national caliber top 100 athletes know each other. There's no top 100 basketball player who hasn't played against another member of the top 100. If you're top 100, you've played each other. You played in AAU, you played travel ball, you played in some high schools. Familiar. Tennis players. You played in tournaments.
They're extra familiar with each other.
Yeah, you played in tournaments. Wrestling. You've wrestled. You know who the dudes are.
Yeah, when you hear the wrestlers talk, it's crazy because they go to all these individual duels as well. Then they all kind of feed each other information. It's like, well, I saw this guy here in this tournament up in Fargo, and this one I saw him up in North Dakota.
You know what you know.
Yeah.
And it becomes the thing. Football, when it comes to skill position guys, the 7-on-7 leagues are exceptionally connected. They're connected on purpose.
Well,
and
shout out Matt Rule for having, I think, that 7-on-7 here. It's a really easy way to just highlight these universities.
Well, to get them in front of you. And listen, if you can't get top talent to just come here and ball out and compete, well, anybody that would say, well, why would I want to go to a 7-on-7 in Nebraska is not a Nebraska person. It's a wonderful weeding process. To say, are you willing to come to Nebraska and come when it's not sexy? Like to come in the off season, come when there's not 90,000 people, right? Because once you show the 90,000 people, if I can get you to 7-on-7 in July or June, getting you to the stadium in October when there's 90,000, I won. And don't even care to say that, listen, if I can get you here in November for Black Friday when it's going to be freezing cold and you don't care, like the people who care and go, no, it's too cold, those aren't Huskers. They're literally telling you, nope, this ain't for me. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have
okay
cold games, so that's okay. Like if you can't deal with the cold, then you're not going to work here.
It is a thing that helps itself. And so on a signing day that kind of crept in, and we spend so much time talking transfers and available transfers and who could leave. And I listened to 3 conversations today where people mentioned Emmett leaving for the draft, and they mentioned, does Dylan come back? And I just went, why?
I'm looking at Penn State.
Why? Yeah, there's nothing else.
And I just hope all the players play well. I always fall on the side of, if everyone plays well, that's only a good thing for us.
No, here's the thing. I don't care what the next step is in their career. The next thing, in order for that career thing to happen, you got to perform in your next time out.
Yeah, and play well.
Like
that's all. Just play well.
Just your ability to focus and lock in is extremely important. People get lost in the chaos, right? That get looking forward. It is my hope. Like I just walking back over here from PBA, I walked over here and Emmett's right around the corner at the hotel, doing a autograph signing, meet and greet. And there are people on the streets looking for the hotel. Like there's a rush. It's a game night, right? But there are people who are going to be late for the game because they're going to go and meet Emmett. And you've done that. Now, I want him to breathe all of that in. Take all the flowers, bro. Take all of the flowers. don't forget. Beat Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't forget. Y'all love me right now. Right? Let them love you. Let them love you. But
You'll really love me after this. The next game.
do keep is what we literally texted to AJ Ferrari. Keep the first thing first. Keep the first thing first. Do the work, trust the process, and get things done. And that's wonderful and necessary and a great thing to do for Husker Nation. But beat Penn State. Beat Penn State. And to the ladies of Husker basketball, beat Creighton. Beat Creighton. Do that. So we'll toward the break and then try to get set up. Look at the clock and see whether AJ makes it. In the next bit, we can run a 4-minute commercial and then come back and see if he's made in the building. If not, we'll hold it down until he gets here because he's worth doing it. We'll be right back.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
2026 Love Nebraska season are now available. Single match tickets start as low as $16, even cheaper if you want to bring a group. Don't miss your chance to see professional stars like Jordan Larson and Lexi Rodriguez in action this season. Purchase your preferred ticketing option today by visiting lovneb.com/tickets. If you are a business owner, I want you to think about the amount of time you've spent worrying about safety and security. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies design custom solutions for security, communication, and so much more. From automated security to secure video conferencing, their team sits down with you to get to know you and what your business needs. Manage your operations and get notified when there is suspicious activity. Save time and cut back on stress. Diode Tech always keeps you in the know. Contact them today at 402-793-5124. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Trendy or traditional, Gary Michaels Clothiers specializes in men's tailored clothing. Off the rack or custom made to measure, there is simply no better shopping experience. Offering designer furnishings, sportswear, shoes, outerwear, and accessories for a man always concerned at looking his best. With world-class tailoring and personal service, all makes Gary Michaels Clothiers Nebraska's premier store for men. Come visit us now at Village Gardens, south of 56th and Pine Lake Road in Lincoln.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Short segment, waiting for the arrival of AJ Ferrari. We're going to go short here so that we can have a full 20 minutes with him once he gets here. We're trying to find him a protein shake. A healthy one too.
Well, you'd need it. I mean, the wrestlers, that's one where it's like, yeah, what do you need, man? You guys got to keep those bodies at such a fine line.
Well, I mean, I think from a sponsorship standpoint, we need to get that for him and the other wrestlers. Like, it makes a lot of sense.
I'll just have a cooler of some of their stuff back. That'd be great, honestly, because those guys need to stay fueled.
I think that'd be a thing to do.
Yeah. And there's some places right here in Lincoln.
Yeah, he's at the door.
Okay,
so
perfect.
You'll go ahead and line that up. Current update from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 8:30 left in the first half. The Huskers lead Creighton 17-12. Going away 19-12 initially with the step back jumper, the Dirk step back jumper. Yeah, it would make tons of sense to have some of those things present for him, and that's the thing that we can do because we're the Ticket Radio, and that's what we should be able to do. Yeah, from the text line, it says Terrell, what a stud. Crazy to think he was D2 at UNK. Yeah, we often think that it doesn't always add up, that people don't always end up where they should. But Terrell ended up at Kearney, and win where you are. Plant, as they said, grow where you're planted. And Terrell turned that into a Hall of Fame wrestling career. Think of it. Kamari Usman. I just flipped it. Also from Kearney, national champion, turns it into a UFC championship career. So grow where you're planted is the message. It is actually the thing. We're going to throw it to break, and then when we come back, AJ Ferrari will sit down with us and take us all the way up to 9 o'clock.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
.38 and it is time. Change the temperature, change the pace, change your heart rate. Harrison, if you would please set the tone, sir.
For AJ Ferrari's first victory as a Nebraska Cornhusker. 4-0.
Good solid win in his debut there over a quality opponent in Brady Colbert. It's a 4-0 win for AJ Ferrari, which pushes the team score, the final score, to 33-3. Charlie Farmer opening things up for Army West Point at 125, then 9 consecutive Husker wins.
There's the split. He's got the Devaney Center rocking.
He got the dub and then hit the splits. AJ Ferrari in the crib. What's happening, brother? It's good to let me know how are you doing? Welcome to Lincoln. You got the showcase.
Well, I'm here, man. I mean, I know we were supposed to schedule to go 8 p.m., but I had to finish some exams that went a little bit longer than I thought they would take. But, got to stay, got to be an athletic and an academic weapon, baby. That's how we do it.
First things first. Keep the first things first. I'm gonna set the table for you. What's the message that you're walking with today? What do you want to give people?
I think the message is that, make sure that you're doing everything to the best of your ability. Like today, it was a hard exam. Didn't go as well as I thought it did. I studied hard, but, I still finished strong with the semester. I got a 75 in the exam. I think I have an 85 in the class now, but it's a hard class. But I always strive for excellence in every class and every avenue, to learn, to absorb knowledge, so that's important. Every aspect of my life, I'm always trying to improve. But yeah, long day, 2 tests today. Today was a recovery day, deep tissue massage, red light bed, lots of stretching, and then yeah, just feeling good, man.
You're flexible anyway. Like us mere mortals. If Harrison tried to hit that split, the screams would be heard in Iowa.
I wouldn't be here today. I'd be in some surgery recovery.
To have that sort of strength, explosiveness, and then keep the flexibility. How difficult is that for you?
Not too difficult, to be honest, because it's a disciplined lifestyle, right? Like we talked about. Genetically, I am flexible. My brother Angelo has some of the best flexibility and defense in the whole entire country, as you guys have seen from him. But yeah, I work at it a lot. It's just like anything else. You put the time in, you put the effort in, and God already gave me those genetic gifts. That's when you see the max potential reached, right? See, that's whenever you really see the excellence, is whenever you have the gift from God and the work ethic. So I have that every day. I'm always stretching. First thing in the morning, I stretch for at least 10 to 20, 30 minutes. I make time for it while I listen to some Bible verses and I say a prayer. And then same thing before bed. I like to listen to a couple Bible verses, listen to some motivational videos, visualize myself training, executing, winning that national title. And every day, like I said, it's consistency, right? It's not one day I stretch. It's consistency. Consistency is the mark of a champion. Average people don't understand that. They're hot and then they're cold. They're cold and then they're hot, but it's like consistency. That's what made Kobe Bryant great. That's what made MJ the greatest of all time. That's what made Babe Ruth. That's what separates the great and the elite from the good.
Let me ask you that. You just triggered a thing that Harrison and I do from time to time, where you start to identify the people who exemplify for you what the standard is, how you're going to handle yourself, what kind of work to put in, what success looks like. So I'm going to ask you to build your Mount Rushmore of athletes. I would say Novak from tennis. He's a guy that I've really aspired to be like in my work ethic and my mindset, and just another thing that's bigger than all that, right, is his willingness to be hated, right? His willingness to accept the fact that I'm not going to get the vaccine. I'm going to be kicked out of athletics for 2 or 3 years. It was shocking when that whole thing happened. And even though it was his religious freedom, for his religion, just like me, I didn't want to get the vaccine. He didn't want to get the vaccine. And he got so much backlash. And then I compete for 2 or 3 years. But it's like he stands up for what he believes in. A quote that I like to live by is, if you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. So it's like really, really important. If you don't stand for something, you got to fall for anything. So I always try to stand for something in every aspect of my life. That's very, very important. I think that you have integrity, and like, no matter what society says, no matter what's promoted out there, at the end of the day, I follow what I believe is the real way, which is the way of truth, which is God's word, right? So for me personally, that is, everything revolved around Jesus Christ and revolved around he makes the laws, right? He makes what I need to follow, not society, not worldly views. You know what I mean? Because then you listen to the spirit of the air, which is Satan. So that's just important. But like I said, I know, getting back to the question, definitely him in tennis, and then MJ. And I quoted MJ last time we were on here too. Is just every day I strive. Thank you so much, bro. Protein shake gotta always be. We gotta get you in, bro. We gotta look out for you
24/7.
We gotta look out for you.
But like you were saying last time, with MJ, it's like what separated MJ. He got kicked off of his high school team. A lot of people don't understand that he didn't make the varsity lineup. But what separated him was whenever he got there to college and his next level, was like he demanded more from himself every day than anyone. He had that mindset of, I'm going to demand more from myself today than anyone, and he held people accountable, and even on the wrestling team, 99% of my teammates like me, but then a lot of other guys that aren't on the team, they don't like me because they're like, man, that guy's crazy. That guy's a little overly obsessed. He's always at the gym. He's always deadlifting 700 pounds, lifting legs for 3 hours. Like, what's wrong with that guy over there, So that's when I know I'm doing something right. When everybody says, who's that guy? That guy's being a little extra. That guy's being a little crazy,
They need to. Maybe they need to. The whole Jordan thing, his teammates call him the greatest practice player in the history of sports. And that was the difference maker for him. So when you say the extra work that you put in is the difference maker, I understand it. So if you said Djokovic and Jordan, who else is on the list?
I'd say, if I had to say besides those two as well, greatest athletes of all time. I mean, obviously Brady's up there, and then some other guys. But like I said, I've never really, I I absorbed some mindset stuff from those guys, but I've also liked, for me personally, certain bodybuilders like Ronnie Coleman, lightweight stuff like that. When he speaks these things into existence, same thing with other professional IBFF pros that I've liked to given me motivation.
Is that a thing you would kind of sidebar into? Is the bodybuilding?
I mean,
thing?
I could, but I probably won't, just because you have to get on so many performance enhancing drugs, and I'm completely natural, so I'm a big fan of being natural, and I'm probably going to do MMA. But yeah,
yeah, he said probably.
Most likely.
Harrison,
unless
you
I
see the look on Harrison's face, like like we were literally having that discussion.
Unless I do coaching, and for everybody asking me why I'm on my phone, I apologize, guys. I'm just posting on my story so everybody can get the link and tune in and watch.
No,
So I just
you get
just
a man.
posted it on my story. So
no, we're here with Husker heavyweight AJ Ferrari, and as the team and the squad recovers from the first win of the season, talk to me about opening night. 70 plus Husker alumni in the building. Bud Crawford in the building, the GOAT when it comes to fisticuffs. Jordan Burrow, the greatest American wrestler to ever do it, the most achieved, accomplished American wrestler. And then 70 plus Husker fans and a pretty good house at Devaney Center. Talk to me about opening night. What was it like for you?
It was awesome, man. I just love the environment, man. I've been around a lot of positive environments, Oklahoma State, Iowa. I was being the Iowa, the actual Carver Arena, but I was in a similar arena nearby. But just the fans are just so positive and so supportive, and it's just amazing, so much love. And even when I'm doing autographs, like, they're not rude. They're better quality people. I've noticed all the people here in Nebraska, especially in Lincoln, are good quality people, so I'm just grateful for that. I think that it's been amazing. It's been nothing but a blessing. And I loved it. We almost had 5,000 fans. I think it was like 4,950 fans or something. Really, really good display of fight from Army as well. You got to put their hats off to them. They came up, they're ready for a fight. They came here when people show up 2 or 3 days early before competition, and they show up and they're training, that shows that they want to get acclimated and they're serious, not playing around, and their head coach, Troy Nickerson, is a great coach. So yeah, but we had a great performance, a lot of good guys. Obviously, first match back, a little rust on it for some guys that haven't competed, especially like myself, that hadn't competed essentially since March. I don't know how many months that is, but maybe 6 months, almost 5 months.
Yeah.
So it had been a while, in a new weight class, wrestling a guy that's 249.5 pounds or 249.9 pounds is what he weighed in at. I weighed in at 227.5. So I weighed in 22.5 pounds less. But like you guys saw, I still was stronger than him. I still moved him around the mat fine, just because of my speed and my strength and my agility and my timing, and just obviously, most importantly, the technique and the conditioning. But my dad always grew me up wrestling guys 20, 30, 40 pounds bigger than me. So it's kind of funny because I've been doing this my whole life. Like, I remember in the wrestling room growing up as a kid, we'd be wrestling guys like Braden Redlin, Juwan Robinson, older kids, Xavier Torres, certain other wrestlers that were always bigger than me. And these are Texas wrestlers, obviously, that were some of the best wrestlers in Texas. But yeah, I mean, it was a great performance from our team. Not the best, obviously, but it's our first match. We're getting into the swing of things.
That's interesting. That judgment of performance, but the accomplishment is there. And I'm curious, heading into national duels, where you're going to see you don't really know who your opponent's going to be until other than the first match.
Right. Well, first match for me would be the number 8 guy in the country from Lehigh, most likely. That guy's coming off of an injury, so that guy definitely put it on him, and he's not going to be in the best shape of his life because he's obviously coming off injury. He's a bigger guy. He's strong. He's like 200. That guy's like 260 or 270. He's jacked.
Yeah.
But the thing is that guys are strong, but when they're that big, they usually can't move that well. So just fake, and just use my speed. I'm so much faster than these guys. Like, that guy yesterday was a great athlete. He's probably honestly one of the best athletes in the country. I'm going to face, besides strong and fast. So, like, he had good movement. Even when I had his leg up in the air, he had good balance. Great athlete. The only guy I'd say to be a better athlete than him was there's probably 2 guys. The first one is Younger Bastida of Iowa State. Cuban kid, tough kid. Me and him actually used to be friends a little bit, knowing each other. But when it's on that mat, it's war. I'm coming for your neck. He actually almost got upset, though. He had a tough match this weekend. Beat a guy 5'4", got taken down. Braxton Amos, number 18 of Wisconsin. So, heavyweight's a division where you see a lot of different clashes of styles. It's interesting that I'm probably the smallest heavyweight in the country, I imagine. Not necessarily size-wise, but weight-wise. you know, because realistically I'm 6 foot. So like me weighing 227 and a half in weigh-ins, me walking around at 235, 240, that's the same as someone that's 6'4", that's weighing 260, weighing in at 240, right? For my height. I just carry it a little different, right? I have it all in my legs and butt and glutes and a lot in just spread out in my body, but also my arms are longer, right? I have a 6'7" reach, but I'm only 6 foot. So, but like, yeah, I mean, just the speed kills, you know, speed kills, and that Mr. Faster speed was shown, but that guy had a good job. These guys have a good game plan. They're going to sit and stall, make it look like they're working. And then, like you guys saw, the one, he took one shot, he almost got it, and I kicked out. And then the second shot he took, I called him in and said, shoot, he shot. I just ran corner, took him down like nothing, pretty easy, you know? So, these guys are going to try to do that. They're going to try to stall. They're not going to really wrestle me, right? That's one thing I don't really like about wrestling as much as MMA is like, I feel like there should be more rewarding for being offensive, right? Like I'm the one being offensive the whole time. That's why in freestyle, I pushed him out of bounds like 5 times in that match. I feel like there should be points for that, you know? So I do feel like the push out rule would change that quite a bit. You know, it'd make it a lot different for sure. Because there should be a push out rule realistically if guys are going to just do nothing and not have action. You know, like I'm literally wrestling. I remember you guys saw me, but I'm like, at one point, I think I was like standing straight up like this, and I was like daring him to shoot on me, you know, and like
you called him to it. You called him to it. Now, when you get to MMA, of course, that cage will help you,
right?
Because you can't run. You cannot run. You're going to be in a room with family in Tulsa to watch folks do what they do. What does that mean to y'all to be able to be there and support each other and just kind of watch this thing play out?
Well, it's amazing getting to have them watch, you know. But again, like I always say, they're always going to be watching on TV and stuff. I mean, it's awesome to have them out the crowd. But for me, it's like no matter what it is, execute, right? I mean, I got to dominate these guys. I want to instill my will in them, you know. And when I'm wrestling, it's nothing like my family's great. I love them, but like when I'm wrestling, it's like me channeled on this guy. It's like just in the zone, right? It's almost like when a cheetah like locks in on its prey or a lion. It's like nothing else matters, right? There could be nuclear bombs going off. I'm so laser focused on the task at hand, you know. But it's amazing to have them there. I really am grateful and getting to see them, grab food with them, see my brother Angelo from Iowa. We're most likely will meet in the finals, Iowa versus Nebraska. Most likely, obviously, take one match at a time, wrestle Lehigh. But yeah, I love having my family watch, and it's just amazing seeing all of them come together and just the support system we have, you know. And the biggest thing is not just having them support me, but the prayers. Like I have over 50 to 100 family members praying for me. You know, my dad's always texting me in these prayer group chats of 50 people saying, we're praying for you. And these are individuals that are very close to the Lord, right? They live very godly lifestyles and they really have a real relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, they're not following traditions and rituals. They're just following what the word says and they live it, you know, and you can see it in the people they are, you know. And nowadays you see like people, oh, I'm a Bible thumper. I'm a religion. You got a pastor driving a Maserati, drives down the street. Some guy comes up to him, hey, can you give me $5? Nothing, you know, F you. So it's just like actions speak louder than words. And like the Bible says, not only be a hearer of the word, but be a doer of the word. You know, I think that's very, very important for a lot of people to understand. It's not about religion. It's not about putting on an act. It's about being real. You know, a lot of people judge me because I am authentic. I take accountability for my mistakes. You know, I've been real that I have made some mistakes, you know, and everybody in this world has. And to be honest, that is real growth happens. You can't grow unless you accept first that there's a problem. A lot of people want to grow. They want to do these great things. They have great goals and aspirations. But remember, the Lord is not going to forgive you and help you unless you truly repent of your sins. And what does repent means? Repent doesn't mean, sorry, God. It means change. Change your heart, change your thought process, and then change of action, right? So that's what I just try to tell people to live by, you know. And again, nobody's perfect. I don't judge people. But I just tell them, it's like, make sure you guys understand that the people who proclaim and like put on an act that they got faith, all these people, these Bible thumpers, these mega churches that are promoting the prosperity gospel, that's not what real faith is about. Faith is about serving the Lord, whether you get prosperity or whether you struggle. You know what I mean? That's what real faith is. You know, as it says in the book of James, allowing your faith to become mature and complete, lacking nothing. First chapter, consider pure joy whenever you face trials and tribulations. So it's amazing when I'm around people like you, people like my father, AJ Ferrari Sr., my mom. Those have had to face adversity in all aspects of life, because that adversity is what makes you into who you are, and that's what grows real authentic faith.
You have to have a testimony of friction. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Kind sir, we're going to hit the road tomorrow at 3 o'clock to head to Tulsa. But tonight, what I'm going to ask you to do is give people some of your gospel, some of your faith. Give them something to walk with tomorrow.
walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. I think that a lot of people go through certain things. We're in a day and age where it's a lot of craziness, you know what I mean? But just walk by faith, not by sight in every aspect of your life, and that's what I try to do. Like, man, it's just like every aspect of my life, I'm like, don't worry about this, just do your part, right? And it's just important to understand that and to actually do that and execute it, And I think that people don't understand, like, being successful, it's so simple, right? It's not complicated. The formula is really simple, right? It's do the small things right. It's don't cut corners, live with integrity. That's what it takes to be successful. But some people, they want the get rich quick scheme, how can I get rich quick and cut the corners? But it's like, that's not what real, for me, at least personally, fulfilling success, right? I mean, everybody can get all generational wealth passed down generation to generation, but that's someone, in my mind, tortured in the mind because they never had to accomplish anything. For me, it's not about the car. It's not about the goal, the national championship. It's not about anything in life. It's about the chase, the pursuit, the hunger, the obsession, the work it had to come, the obsession, all the hours, all the blood, sweat, and tears I had to do, to get it, and I think a lot of my teammates see that now. The first couple weeks they're like, "Oh, who's this guy AJ Ferrari? He talks a big game." You know what I mean? He walks like he runs the show, but it's like now they see, man, I'm passing out during training at practice. Like literally, there's practices where I literally pass out and I'm so exhausted I can barely stand. I push myself to those places mentally every day in one aspect or another, whether it's training, wrestling, whether it's on the bike, whether it's lifting weights, whether it's in the cold plunge. There's always an avenue where you can test the mind, right? And another thing that I like to tell people is like, people don't understand putting themselves in my shoes because they're like, with all this stuff, because they don't understand the work and the obsession I have. You have the confidence at my level because I've put in so many hours, so much work for so many years. It's like, dude, guys could be training every summer for 10 hours a day and you're not going to catch me. I've been doing this since I was 4 years old. My dad beat it into me, right? So it's just like, I put in so many hours with the faith behind it, right? It's not just the work. It's not just the work ethic, but the faith, the combination of both is where I've had that. And I think you can get that. Like I tell kids that all the time. It's like, have the works, have the faith, the combination of both. And obviously, number one is the gift of grace for salvation. But I'm talking about for accomplishing things in this life, right? We have to understand that God sees everything, man. He sees it, little 7-year-old kid, when he's eating that little chocolate bar. I always tell the little kid, God sees you, even though your mom might not see you. So it's just, it starts at a young age, man. You got to make sure you raise your kids according to Christ, according to the proper mindset, especially in today's world, because there's so much forbidden fruit all over. And it starts with the phone. It starts with everything. It starts with so much, just the tree of knowledge of good and evil is just right in front of them. So you got to protect them from it and make sure that they're walking in the fruit of life, right? The fruit of the truth of the Lord.
It is necessary for you to speak. You have to be heard, young man.
Thank you, brother.
To be heard.
You have to be heard too, man. And everybody hears you because, listen, just like we say, it ain't bragging if it's true. You put a lot of work in and God sees everything. And listen, at the end of the day, sometimes I got to push that pride down. But when you're on that mat, it's kill or be killed. When we're on there, I'm coming at you relentlessly, bro. You saw me before. The confidence comes on the work, man.
I'm looking
every day. Let's go.
I'm looking forward.
All glory to God.
All glory. AJ, thank you, kind
you,
sir, brother. I'll see you this weekend.
Enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. We'll throw the break. Who's up next? Is it Raph?
Chris Raff.
We're Raph's good takes. Yeah, on the
Thank
ticket.
you, brother.
Don't go anywhere.
Sorry for being late, man.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to